Okay, so back in like 2005, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way up to the early teens, we used a classified paper called Awana here in the upstate of South Carolina. Later on, we used Craigslist or a combination of both. And then about 5 years ago, things shifted towards Facebook Marketplace. Craigslist's downfall was every time you'd post an ad, your phone would be literally immediately blew up with a bunch of scam messages. And you know they were scams, it was just inconvenient. So when they introduced Facebook Marketplace, it was easier to post pictures. It was an easier platform, basically. So what made Marketplace the all of a sudden go to has now been destroyed by the same and now worse, in my opinion, scammers. Because Craigslist, I'm not saying this never happened, but I don't remember a lot of stuff on Craigslist to where they would use other people's pictures and all that stuff. I've done caught it multiple times on Facebook Marketplace where people's using my pictures, even used a clip of my YouTube video here of a video I'd done 4 years or so back of some parts. Funny thing is, those parts are in this building, and now I've turned this building into my workshop. So, all that's not even the same as it used to be. And then people are notoriously falling for this stuff. Some of the people that's falling for this stuff, they kind of got it coming because they fall into this, like just say a 55 Chevy rust-free doors for $300 shipped or some ridiculous nonsense. But some of the stuff's a little more believable. Just don't, you either use a check or a money order. Scammers are not going to take a check or a money order. If they take a check, if the person will be willing to take a check or a money order, they're not a scam. Don't mean they're not just a crook that sells old car parts, because we got a lot of those running around too. But most of the time you'll get your stuff, it just won't be as described or whatever. So I've just been thinking about this, and why don't we go back to Craigslist? Marketplace has turned into an absolute joke. You're going to have to deal with the time wasters and the tire kickers probably everywhere you go, but Marketplace is worse than Craigslist ever was. So I say we need to go back to Craigslist and would be better off. Facebook could do something about these scammers from Cameroon or Nigeria or wherever they're doing it from. They're also now trying to use Zelle scams, which I got involved in one of those the other day. Of course, I didn't fall for it, but the guy actually audio called. He was trying to buy a console. And I guess I'm not 100% sure where the scam would have come in, because Zelle is a 100% safe method to pay. And I give him my Zelle number, and then he was coming up with some excuse, it wouldn't go through. And I think from what I read online that they'll send you a link and you'll log in, and I think that's where the scam come in. Then they can probably get money out of your account or try to get money from your Zelle or your bank account, because it's hooked to your bank account. So be aware about that too. The scammers now are also, like the old Craigslist days, trying to actually pretend as a buyer to try to scam the seller. That's what they would do on Craigslist. They would offer you, say they printed up a check that was a screw up, and you was going to go to the bank and cash it and give it to somebody and all this kind of stuff. But it was all a big scam. So we've got scams coming from the buyer, scams coming from the seller end, all over Marketplace. Craigslist is pretty much dead. I posted, finally put my ad back out there on Craigslist the other day, and I just, I figured it was worth a shot. But I think if we as a people and a car community start moving back towards Craigslist, at least right now the scammers are in the Marketplace. Maybe we can get a little freedom on Craigslist, and if they come to Craigslist, then we can go back to Marketplace. We're trying to avoid the time wasting stuff. But again, y'all, be smart out there. Some of these scams are so obvious. I mean, you know, group member just joined. Their Facebook page has got, you know, some pictures of, sometimes the profile pictures don't even match. It's like, it's so obvious these are scams. But a lot of these people that don't want to pay the price and pony up, they'll fall for the scam because, ooh, I'm getting it from such and such for way cheaper, and then they get scammed. So, you know, it is what it is. I like, too, when they use these locations. They say they're in a certain location, and then, you know, the people that's close by, well, I'll come pick it up today, and then they just kind of ghost them or block them or whatever else they do. So anyway, with that being said, thanks for watching. Just the idea I had to throw out there. But we'll see you next time. As always, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Like, share, all that good stuff. This is daily life here, so if you need restoration, that contact info will be in the video description. Or if you need first generation Monte Carlo parts, 70, 71, 72, I do have a lot of those too, so you can reach out for that as well. See you next time.